TGIF. Let's get after it. Hey, happy Friday, everybody. It's Craig Bennett from Daily Edge Sports, and I'm back with another PrizePicks video. Yesterday didn't go quite as planned. The Lakers, man, if you watch that Lakers-Knicks game, just as a basketball fan, I wish we could get back to games like that where it drew you in. You really wanted to watch it. It didn't feel like a three-point contest. The teams were trying really hard. Almost felt like a playoff game, honestly. But Gabe Vincent closed out that game. I did not expect that over Austin Reeves. He got hot in that fourth quarter. I thought we had it. Last 2 minutes, he decides to hit a three-pointer to go over that points. Didn't shoot a ton, but was accurate yesterday and got there. We were sweating really hard yesterday with Luka under 10 field goals made as a Maverick gave out 3 slips yesterday, a 25x 6-man, a 10x 6-man, and a 5x. 3 slips, all of them hit 25x, 10x, 5x. I will show all those before we jump into the picks. Jimmy Butler, again, I thought we were doing good there, and then Brooklyn decided to absolutely go up heavy on them early, and then Jimmy Butler had to put his scoring hat on and get after him in that first half. In the second quarter, just with them being down by so many points, did not predict that either. And then George Niang easily got there. So 1 and 2 yesterday. Not the best, but we're going to get back at it. If you don't have that PrizePicks account, you want to join us, use that promo code CashKeg at play. $5, get $50 instantly. Let's dive in. Let's talk about today. All right, PrizePicks desktop is up here. I'm going to focus on one game and one game only with 3 picks that we have. I think it's going to be one of the best games out there today, and that's talking about the Spurs and the Kings. We have De'Aaron Fox going back. I'll kind of talk about him a little bit. I'm kind of on the fence what I want to do with him, but we'll talk about him a little bit and dive in with him. But we'll also talk about a few other things here. So first thing I want to show here, a little Wake and Cash. Ray gave out this yesterday. Little esports action. If you're into those things, we have those in their Discord. Gave out this nice 2-man yesterday. And then last night, Mavs said, hold my beer. And he decided to give out these 3 slips. He only gave out 3, and all 3 hit. Again, we were sweating that Luka under, and almost honestly, we really had a chance at 2 of these going at 25x. McCollum just pushed with that 15 field goal attempts here. Here is the one where we had the reboot with Pod. He got injured early. And then, again, CJ McCollum. One more shot, we would have had a 10x on that one. This one would have been another 25x. We had the push right here, and we were sweating the Luka. When it went to overtime, man, the Discord was freaking on fire with that. And then here's the 25x, again, with the same Luka here, sweating that so hard that he wouldn't make another field goal. And the Knicks did a real good job, honestly, after that first quarter of kind of like having OG push on him. But, man, anytime when they're the pick and roll, Karl Anthony Towns is slow as dirt. And anytime they had him out on the perimeter, Luka would just light him up. But anyways, we're going to go back here. We're going to pull up our Daily Edge Sports PrizePicks Projection TV tool here, and I'm going to pull up 3 picks that we do like here. I'll talk about De'Aaron Fox after I talk about this first pick because I think you play either one of these guys. And I'm kind of leaning Castle here a little bit more. Castle, the way I'm looking at here, fantasy score 27.5. We got him projected for almost 31, so almost 4 points of discrepancy there for Castle in fantasy score here. And he's just been getting it done, man. Absolutely getting it done for Stephen Castle here. You can see over his last 4 games, he's done well. But what I did is I put him at 25 or more minutes without Wemby. So no Wemby on the court this year. And he's cleared this in easily over his last 7 games, playing at least 25 minutes with no Wemby on the court. And now he gets a Kings team which does not have Sabonis or Monk, which I think is going to hurt them, especially Monk. It's going to hurt them on the perimeter. And this just feels a little bit too low for me. I'm perfectly fine playing this up to, say, 29.5, and I think you have a little bit of play here with Stephen Castle. That's the first pick. So the way I was saying that is, again, we all know that Fox, he's been struggling here, honestly, with the Spurs in terms of scoring wise. You know, if we kind of look at this a little bit, if we kind of go over to our tools and see where we're at with them, again, I wouldn't play Castle and Fox in the same lineup. To be honest with you, I'd play one or the other. Part of me wants to go Fox and Levine points. I know we got projected for a little bit under that because we have Fox project a little bit under that but I don't think this has the motivational factor in it, right? If we look at the Pinnacle line, it's minus 153 on the 22.5 on the over. Fox is either going to get his team involved or he's just going to shoot the ball a ton here, and want to put one on the Kings. Part of me feels like that is the play, where you go over points. Again, it was at 22.5. It's already pushed to 23.5. I think a lot of people are thinking the same thing here. Assists were open at 5.5. They're pushed to 6.5. I think he's just going to try to score. So if I was going to play Fox, I would probably look at going over points, to be honest with you. Maybe you want to take a Goblin at 17.5. I think he definitely gets to that point. So maybe you want to take the Goblin there. But I think that is a spot where Fox is just going to kind of go off here. And I wouldn't play him and Castle in the same lineup, to be honest with you. Second play we're going to go here. We're going to go on the other side. And we're going to go to Joval here, man. Joval is going to be starting, playing for Sabonis. Sabonis is going to be out for a little bit here. So Joval should get the start. Play around 30 minutes. So I did some, I did 2024. Now, we don't have a whole lot to go off of with Joval here. I was looking at fantasy score here a little bit, but I think I'm going to land with points and rebounds at 26.5 here. Now, he hit 32 against Denver in 32 minutes, and we don't have a whole lot of sample size with the Kings here with Joval, because most of the time he was playing with Washington, so we don't have a ton. If we look at where he played 30 minutes against Houston, that was did really well, hit 29, and so he's going to play around that 30-minute mark. So if we do 28 minutes and we look at just this year, again, a lot of these are with Washington. He's cleared this, he cleared 3 of the last 4 games with Washington playing that much. And Washington's a crap team. Sacramento's a better team. Again, but missing Monk and Sabonis going to hurt a little bit. I still like this option. If you want to go rebounds at 11, I don't mind that as well. If we look at Joval here and see what we have him, we got to project for 12.46 rebounds. So I was looking at rebounds over 11. He did have 13 rebounds against Denver and then 14 rebounds against Houston, both with Sacramento. So I kind of like the rebounds a little bit. And then we got him projected for 30.27 for points and rebounds, is where we're kind of looking at there. So pick your poison there. What you kind of want, what you want to look at, with him. Not exactly sure the route I really want to go, but I'm really looking at points and rebounds. If he can get a few shots there, I think he can get there with points, as long as they give him the shots. But rebounds 11. Those are the two really that I'm looking at, and I'll probably mix and match them, to be honest with you, with Joval. And then the third and final pick here, I'm going to stay on the same team, and a guy that's going to benefit with Monk that's not out there with minutes wise is Keon Ellis. I'm going to go 26 fantasy score with him. Another kind of thing when it comes to minutes, right? What I did is I pulled up 2024. I did 30 or more minutes because I think he's going to play more than 30 minutes here. Should be in that starting lineup. It should be Ellis, Murray, Joval, DeRozan, Levine is who they should starting. They don't have a whole lot of scoring off the bench. We got Markelle Fultz, Trey Lyles, probably your two biggest. Laravia can shoot a little bit. Maybe see Dougie McBuckets in there shooting a little bit, but they're going to struggle a little bit. But they are favored by 5.5 here, 120 implied team total. And I kind of like this 26.5 fantasy score, to be honest with you. If we pulled up 12 games where he's played at least 30 minutes this season, he's cleared this in 11 of those 12 games. 92% of the time he's cleared this. The only one he didn't was against Dallas, where he had 17.7 fantasy score in 32 minutes. Didn't shoot a ton, but he does a little bit of everything. That's the one thing you got to love about Keon Ellis. Plays good defense, does just a little bit of everything, and that's what you like about him. So again, kind of like the fantasy score more because you're going to get those steals. He plays good defense. If you try to run this thing at points, rebounds, and assists at 18.5, he only clears it 7 of 12 times. So that's why I like the fantasy score a little bit more, because he's got active hands, and against a young Spurs team, couple steals adds up a ton, here. So I'm going to go Keon Ellis, more than 26 fantasy score, all sticking in this game. Castle's probably my favorite. Again, Joval, I'm still on the fence if I want to go points and rebounds or rebounds. I like them both. I'm splitting them right now, but we'll see. And again, if you want access to all the picks that we had in this monster night that we had yesterday, head on over to Daily Edge Sports and check us out. And again, you can get access to these tools that I'm pulling up to kind of see our custom projection, give you another variable into the situation instead of just the plus EV stuff. We also have the Unrivaled stuff. We have projections for that as well if you want to check out Unrivaled. And then with that, appreciate you guys. Hit that like button for me, subscribe to the channel. Hopefully this helps you out in making your decision process today. Let's start the weekend off with a bang. And see you guys on the flip side. Deuces.